Alright, so welcome back to this video where we're going to be diving into a little bit more about Numpy. So Numpy is just really helpful for doing mathematical equations and really helpful for understanding our data and performing more array and vector operations on the data. So let's just start off with a couple of basic operations in Numpy. So the first one is just creating an array of data, and this is just basically a list of data. You can call it a vector, you can call it an array, you can call it a list. They're all kind of the same thing with slight differences, but they're just kind of technical differences. So Numpy allows you to create arrays. So an array can be a 1D array, it can be a two-dimensional array. So these are basically matrices that allows us to do these mathematical equations. It allows us to get more into linear algebra as well. Once you're ready to dive into that, you'll be using a lot of Numpy. So let's just start off by creating our first 1D array. So if we haven't already, just make sure you hit import numpy as np, and then you can run that. And then if you just do np.array like this, and then we pass in a list of numbers. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. Close the list with the parenthesis. And so we get back this array right here. And so this is a one-dimensional array, or essentially it has only one dimension. It does not have multiple columns. It doesn't have multiple rows. It just has this one dimension right here. So we can now create a two-dimensional array where if we do np.array, okay, and we put in a list, and then we give it basically two lists or two dimensions. So put another list, and we'll do 1, 2, 3. Close that off with a bracket and then a comma, and then we'll do in another list, we'll do 4, 5, 6 like that. And so that is basically our two-dimensional array. So if we run that, as you can see, we now have two dimensions to that actual array. Unless you're doing hardcore linear algebra, you're usually not going to be using a lot of that. That comes into play more with the machine learning, linear algebra, deep learning. So where Numpy is really helpful is when we combine it with pandas. Like for example, one of my favorite methods in Numpy is the .where, is where we can basically evaluate a condition and set it equal to a value if that condition is true or false. And it's much faster than using some of the other pandas methods to do that. So for example, we can create a column in our data frame. So if you need to reload the data frame back up here, I'm still in that same file. So reload this file right here. If you're just using the same file, then we're just going to be in the same spot. And you're just going to create a column called age group. And we're going to use this with the Numpy where method. So to do this, we just say df and then age group like that. And then we'll say equals np.where. And then in parentheses, we give it our condition. So we say df age is under 25, so less than 25. We want to create a value called under 25. Otherwise, if this evaluates to false, we'll say not under 25, okay? And then finish it off with a parenthesis. And so now we'll just filter down to those columns by just saying df, and then with two brackets, player, and then age, and then we'll look at age group, the one we just created, okay? So, and then we'll just say dot head, and we'll do 15. So put 15 in there. So now we can start to go through this, and we can see K, Brendan Aronson, 21, under 25 age group. Paxton Aronson, under 25. James Abakanwa, under 25. George Abbott, under 25. Eunice Abdullah, sorry, I just butchered that, but he's 34, so he's not under 25. And then basically we can look at all of these, and we can determine, and it makes it so we're able to just group those faster. And as you can see, that was very simple code thanks to Numpy. So that's kind of the power of Numpy, is when we combine its different methods with pandas. So let's kind of look at another thing that Numpy is really useful for, and that is creating lines of best fit, or essentially a linear data. We can create basically a y equals mx plus b slope line. So we're going to import matplotlib. So we'll say import matplotlib.pyplot as plt, And we're going to compare the playing time against the goals scored. So we'll say df, and then in two brackets, playing time dot to min. Okay, so that's our first column. And then we'll do performance goals. So GLS, like that. And then close it off, is equal to, and then you can just copy this exact thing. And then we're going to cast it to an integer. So do dot as type int, like that. So now we just need to define which one of those are our x values and which one is our y values. So if we say x equals, and we're going to use minutes, so this playing time dot to min. Okay, so x equals df of playing time dot to min. And so that's all of our minutes, essentially. And then our y values are just going to be equal to performance goals. Okay, so df performance goals, like that. So basically, to create our line of best fit, what we're going to do is we are going to use NumPy's polyfit method. So we'll just say m comma b equals np.polyfit. And then we just give it our x, our y, and then we say 1, okay? So this is going to return our slope, it's going to return our intercept, and then 1 is just the degree of the polynomial that we're doing. So if we had 2, it would be a 2-degree polynomial, 3-degree polynomial. A 1-degree polynomial is just a straight line. It's our linear line. And then we can use matplotlib to actually plot this. So we say plt.scatter, and we pass in x and y. And then we'll say plt.plot, and then we can just create our slope equation, essentially. If we say x is our first argument, and then we'll say m times x plus b, okay? And then we'll just say color equals red. So this right here is our x value that we're passing in, and then this is our y value, which we can calculate y if you remember just your basic algebra and geometry and kind of like your pre-calculus, okay? We just say y equals mx plus b. That's our slope formula. That's essentially what we're plotting right here. So if we run this, we now get all of the dots scattered, and then we get our slope line. So essentially we're saying the more minutes we play, the more goals we should be expected to be scoring. So we would assume that somebody that has scored 2,005, or we assume somebody that has played 2,500 minutes should be scoring, based on this data, around 4.5 goals, 3 to 4 goals. So that is the power of NumPy when we are using it in our statistical and analysis modeling. It's very powerful for helping us do a lot of these statistical and analytical things. And then another really important part of NumPy is actually handling missing values in our data frame. So if we go back and we remember when we were looking at nulls in our pandas data, we can say df age. So let's look for all of our null values in the age. So if we say df age dot is null, okay, dot sum, we have 0 right now. But if we were to go replace everybody that had age 24, we say df age equals df age dot replace, and then we'll replace all of the values that are 24 with np.nan. Okay, so if we run that and then rerun this is null.sum on the age, and we now have 248. So that basically means that we have 248 rows that have null values. So what we can do is we can actually go and replace those null values by just resetting those with the dot replace. So if we say df age equals df age, okay, dot replace, and now we're going to replace the np.nan with df age dot median, okay? So we're going to replace it with our median age. So now if we run that, we can go back and we can check the is null, and now we have 0 null values. So that right there, replacing null values, is actually a very common practice in data cleansing and in machine learning prep. So it's a very important thing to understand how to handle those null values. And a lot of times NumPy combined with pandas really helps us to solve those problems. That's kind of our main use case with NumPy right now. There might be one-off instances where you need NumPy to do some sort of calculus or linear algebra or some sort of mathematical equation. Its true power comes when we combine it with pandas to help us clean, to calculate, and to create analysis from our data. So that is it for this section on NumPy, and let's go ahead and move on to the next section.